What is going on, guys? It is Chris23 and I'm back with yet another video. In today's video I will be showing you guys the best way to make money as a teen, or at least in my case how I make most of my money. And it is a pretty good way to make it, especially if you do start off at an early age, which I did. I started off in my mid-teens, which is alright as well because I am starting to do bigger things now. Also, main thing for this channel is hypey stuff. If you guys are into that stuff, streetwear, fashion, any of that stuff, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below because that is what my channel is mainly focused on, and that is mainly kind of what the focus of this video is, of how I make my money personally. And before we get into this video, guys, make sure to hit that like button down below. It always helps out the channel. Alright guys, so now we will be going on to how I make my money. So I make my money through reselling. If you guys don't know what reselling is, it's pretty much getting an item for a lower price and selling it for a higher price because of the demand on that item is pretty high. It's pretty simple economics. Demand is high for an item that is pretty limited, so the prices do go up on those items. And some of those pieces are Supreme, some pieces of Bape, and like other brands like FTP, and just super limited stuff like shoes as well, like Yeezys, Off-White Jordans, and all those types of things. That's what I try getting, and it is pretty hard to get them, so I will be telling you guys how to start a really good reselling business from the bottom to the top. Alright guys, so the first part, what you want to do is get a base, and this base is pretty much your foundation for your whole business. This base is used to get products that you will start off with, products that are pretty hype but are still obtainable, but you can still sell for a higher price. And some of those items include box logo stickers, which I've shown you numerous amounts of times in these videos, and things like these Travis Scott Reese's Puffs. They're like $3 a box, and they were going for upwards $20, and that's a really good way to start off a business. So you start off with like $200, and then you can get like a lot of these boxes. Don't spend all your $200 on those boxes, but like spend like maybe like 30 of it on these boxes, or maybe even just 20, and then just resell them, and you can make lots of money doing that. But nowadays these are actually pretty easy to find, so yeah, that loop doesn't work as much anymore, but they did work like a few weeks ago. But yeah, the main thing here is that you want to have a capital, and you can get that capital by doing little jobs maybe for your neighbor, or you could actually get an actual job and build up your capital from that. And you could have your actual job and a reselling job on the side, and you can make bank by doing that. And if you guys do want an easy way to make capital, you could usually save up your birthday money, graduation money, and just things like that. Maybe if you have an allowance, save that up, and make sure not to make stupid purchases all the time, and stay away from impulsive purchases so that you can build up your capital. Another thing that I like to do to get a good base and more money is selling random items around my house. Not like, but like things I own. Obviously, don't go out and sell like your mom's $1,000 ring for like just for your own good. No, you should sell things that you own personally. And I usually sell like little old electronics, like an iPad mini that's pretty old but will still sell for a few bucks. It's all about like you selling stuff that you don't use anymore and making better things out of it. So pretty much what you want to do is sell hyped goods, and you guys can figure out what hyped is by looking up like Off-White things that are gonna come out soon, some Jordans that are gonna come out soon, and like latest Supreme drops. And by getting all this information, it will make it easier for you to cop things. And a really good way is getting a cook group. If you guys don't know what a cook group is, it is pretty much a group of like other individuals that are as hypebeasts as well, or looking for a quick buck to make a ton of money from. And these cook groups give you drop information. They give you all these different things like monitors, things that you could flip very easily, very good deals. And these cook groups are pretty good. They are sometimes limited and sold out, so you guys have to be quick and you have to know what you want. Some groups that I have here are Steady Souls, West Notify, Tracker, and the one I personally use is Profits. Shout out to Mason Spring, he's the one that introduced me to it, and so far I've been liking it. They've been giving me very easy flips, like these Air Max 97s, which I flipped for like an easy 40 bucks, and then they gave me coupons that I could use in store for like Champs and Foot Locker, and I could get shoes for cheaper and then sell it more online. And then along with all that, they give you all this release info and all the sites that will be dropping the item that is hyped and will sell for a ton of money. And most of the time they are Discord, so you should probably get used to Discord first before you do plan on getting into a cook group. Another thing that I like to do is focus on easy drops and easy things to get, like Chinatown Market stuff, FTP, and things like that. Those things are very like not as hyped as Supreme, to the point where it sells out in seconds, but to the point where it sells out in minutes, but it's still worth some money. And they do shock drops, which does increase the value of some items. Some of the items that I have got were like Chris Dyson tee, which I do have coming in. I have 2 of them coming in soon, and they're just some super sick tees that are FTP, $26 a pop, and I could sell them for an easy $50, which is double what you just paid for it, and you could do that twice, so that's $50. And here's the tee that I have from FTP. It just says FTP. It's the bling logo. This doesn't sell as well. I could sell this for around $45, which isn't bad at all. It's still a $20 profit, and this literally sold out in 5 minutes, so it was like 5 minutes easy money, which I do like a lot about brands like that. Another thing that you guys want to do is stay on top of your releases by following Sneaker Twitter on Twitter, obviously, Sneaker News on Instagram, and just looking at forums that have information about when sneakers release. And one thing that I've really done a lot was stay on top of releases. Another thing that will help you guys a lot in keeping a steady income and making a ton of money, not a ton of money, but enough money, is by making your personal collection. If you guys couldn't have told already, this is mostly for hypebeasts and like streetwear people, but one of my favorite things to do is keeping pieces in your collection, your personal collection, that have worth of value. For example, a Bape hoodie, like you could get that for $100 and still resell it for like $80. With an H&M tee like this, you could get it for $7 and it's worth nothing, or like an H&M hoodie which is worth like $25, you're not worth anything. So if you guys do buy higher quality pieces, there is usually more that you could sell it for, and you could flip for more pieces. Alright guys, so right now I'm going to show you guys a chain of items that are increasing in value with a base start of like $20. So with $20 you could probably get, how many boxes? Like 5 boxes of these, and then you can sell them for like $15 a box, or at least, no, like $10 a box. I'm not going to say 15 because you really can't sell them for 15 nowadays, but $10 a box, and that's around what, $50 already. So that's already a $30 profit from just selling cereal boxes. And I actually have done that. I actually sold a lot of these before they did go down in value, so I was pretty happy with the profit I got from that. But yeah, you can easily get what, $30 from selling 5 boxes. And once you get around $50 of money, then you could probably get something from Supreme that is like a t-shirt. So $50 you could probably get a really good summer tee, or like spring tee. These are the tees that they release every season at the beginning or towards the end, and they do drop in a multitude of variety colorways. And what I do recommend going for are the size smalls and extra larges, because they are the harder sizes to go for, but mostly I do recommend going for smalls. And in this case, I have sold all my small tees because I've got really good offers for them, from upwards of $100 to $120, and this one is a medium, that's why I still have it in my possession. But I wanted to show you guys just a simple Supreme Fall Winter 19 tee that I could sell for an easy $75 right now. But what I was saying, $100 from a spring summer tee or a fall winter tee is very good, and I recommend going for the tees once you have $50. So you can sell for upwards of $100, which is what, 50 to 100. That's a $50 profit, which is actually really good. And once you do have that, you could probably build out your collection and get multiple items per drop. So for example, some items don't do well as others. Some items break really hard, some do really well. It's like a matter of what's hype and what's not. And these were actually pretty hype, but I guess it wasn't good enough for people to cop after market, like after they sold on Supreme. Because who wants a pair of football gloves unless you play football league? Yeah, this was a pretty dumb purchase. Because another piece which was actually pretty good was from Chinatown Market, and this is all you could get for like $100 from retail. Obviously this was like $15. I could sell this for like $40. It's a beach ball. And then those gloves were, as I said, was a dumb purchase, so don't go for dumb purchases like that. And then this was actually a pretty good purchase, the ARC logo bandana. This was like $32. You could sell it for like $60 or $55 nowadays. And then I do not recommend going for pieces that are out of season or in like for a season specifically, unless you want to wait a whole year to hold that piece. For example, these, what are these called, thermal pants? Yeah, these are not worth that much right during the summer season. Once it does get into winter season, they will do better off. But as of right now, if you are just starting out, don't get pieces that are usually seasonal or apply just to one season only, such as this hand warmer, which only applies to winter. But pretty much, once you do have multiple items that you can get with like $100 or so, like this is like 26 plus like 30 plus like 15, so that's like $70. I'm pretty sure 15, 32. I'll just say 35 for the sake of the video. 35, 50, and then 75, dude. That's $75, and then you can flip this for 40. 55, so we're already like 95. We're already $20 over profit, and then you could sell this for 40, so that's like $60 over what you spent. So yeah, I recommend going for smaller drops and not just only focusing on one brand at a time. Make sure to do your research and figure out what is hype and what is not. But as you guys can see, boom, that's $60 profit, and then you could always just spread out and then get multiple items each drop and sell them for a higher price. And then you can get to the point where maybe you have enough money to get a pair of Yeezys, as you guys can see right here. Yeah, you can maybe work yourself up all the way to a pair of Yeezys, and boom, these could sell for an easy, what, 400, not 400, but like $350. These are the Yeezy clays, and I do recommend going for the smaller sizes because they do tend to do very well in the market, such as sizes 4.5 through 6.5. Anything above that and it's not as hype won't do it as well. But if it does have hype, then you should go for those upper sizes, such as like the all black, what are they called, the triple blacks. Those did pretty well in the market because they looked very good. But like citrons, those didn't do very well because they are not as good looking as the black ones, obviously. So yeah, make sure to do your research, find out what is hype, what is not, and just make sure to look at the market at all times and keep your head on a swivel and don't get caught lacking, and you'll have a successful business. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe down below. If you haven't already, make sure to comment something nice down below. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat, follow my resale Instagram, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. It's your boy Chris23, and I'm out. Peace.